We'll now see how to make a sectional for a canine retrusion. This sectional I usually make with a 0.19 by 0.25, but a 0.18 by 0.25 is also acceptable. I take a piece of wire, not a preformed arch, and the first element I create before I try the arch in the mouth is a tieback with mesial retention. The tieback will serve as a hook or posterior ligature in this case, because I want a ligature on the molar and I need a mesial retention. The tieback is made with a tweed turret plier. And I do not squeeze at the beginning like I did with the Amiga loop, but I instead make a mesial bend, and as much as possible take the mesial part of the wire upwards. Now I squeeze the tweed plier and increase a little more the mesial retention, and take the distal arm parallel to the first vertical arm. At this point, I take the wire back to plane. I'm just fixing the tie back a little, and notice how this element is a hooking element for posterior ligature. Once I've finished with the tie back, I place it on the premolar, as I'm showing you now, and in other words, I lightly touch the premolar bracket. Once I position the wire on the premolar with a rectangular arch wire plier, I determine an intermediate position between the second premolar and the canine. And at this point, I make an offset that is not a molar offset, but an offset that helps or avoids that the loop goes to an external position with respect to the sectional. Once I make the offset mesially, I replace the rectangular arch plier and I create a bend at 90 degrees. I use the first step of the Nance plier and bring the mesial part forward of the wire to about 20 or 25 degrees. And taking the turret plier at the third step, I place the plier on the bend made with the Nance and oriented in a posterior section. I create a double turn stopping forward to the first vertical arm in this fashion. Taking advantage of the angle of the turret plier and leaving the necessary space to bring it back to the vertical plane. I go down, and with the twire pleat for rectangular arches I take it back to plane. Notice that the function of the harboring the double turn of the wire. Please allow me to fix the horizontal arm and see if the camera can show it correctly.